And we got 3 for 4. So we'll just go 3 for 4 right here. Regular diced or these, they look really good, and my second wife loved these. They're Cape Cod sweet spicy jalapeno. Oh, actually, I did Cape Cod. I'm gonna get some of these too. I probably shouldn't, but yeah, what the heck. All right, while I'm bringing home the bacon, I think what I'm probably gonna do, since I'm here, is go ahead and get some of this Lucerne vanilla. It's actually low fat, and it should have low sugar in it too. This one actually doesn't, but some of the other ones do on the, see if I can find it. This is the Yoplait, so I have to see if we find the original one. Yeah, they do have the Greek vanilla, and it's low sugars right here. Total sugars is 8 grams. Okay, so I think on the other list, she did say, she was telling me the Sign Select, which is $3.99, saying $4.99. Maybe she has a coupon. I'm gonna put it in. That says clip coupon, just Sign Select. She likes the rising crust, but we're kind of trying to watch our weight a little bit. So I'm gonna go with the ultra thin crust right here. And it's got the spicy Italian. Actually, you know what? I wonder if they have, let me see something real quick. All right, yeah, it's ultra thin crust supreme. We got the Boss on the dark side right here. Bruce Springsteen stuff going on. Okay, I gotta watch out now. They got a classic song on. Look at that right there. They're going for $2.99 on this puppy. So you save $2.50 per pound. This is good lunch meat too. We're limiting Linda's beer intake so that she can someday become sober. We're only going with, I think, a 40. I think that's what she requested, so she can lower it down. She's not getting as much. And it's not too bad. It's not chilled though. We'll chill it later. Looks like they only have pate, and Kitty likes it cut. So I have this right here. Little petite things, but I can't really see if it says anything. It just says on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the pasta, and then we're gonna just gotta find a Lucerne cheese. We're good to go. Looks like they got ballparks at $3.49. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. They're bun-sized ballparks, but I don't know if that's the beef. No, it's made with chicken. So we have the Franks right here, which is made. And that one's made with a little bit for just the beef. These are $4.49. They're saying that they're beef jumbo. It's beef jumbo. They're probably pretty good. Oscar Mayer. Yeah, those are the beef ones, but look, they got the ballpark ones with beef. These are probably a little bit better. $4.99. That's $4.49. I wonder which one I'll get. There's a little. I have a little bit of Irish in me. She has a French. She's from the French ancestry. But we're going for the real potatoes. I had to come back to find the real potatoes. I guess the French and the Irish both eat potatoes. A lot of people eat potatoes. Potatoes are pretty good. So she's wanting to do real potato mash, like mashed potatoes is what she means. If I can find it. Oh, there they are. Right over there. I'm just going with a total of 4 of them. Here. 4. It'd be funny if one day we had 4 kids. No, I'm just joking. All right. Well, I ran out of time. It looks like I'm going to have to go with the garden salsa. This is the last one I'm going to be able to get, and we're going to head out. All right, right now it's saying 89. Here's the list. Everything.
Your total is 89.16.
So Snap covered everything on the 89.16 or whatever, but the 734, which is the most likely the cap rate. So I put the clip coupon. We try to keep it at 60, but I was in a hurry and I got some of the chips and stuff. I guess we won't have to go back and get them later. But so I probably went over. Oh my goodness! And then while I was doing that, it started snowing. So it looks like the I'm gonna have to defrost and get back. All right. There goes an old bug right there. Classic car alert. Cool. That is awesome to see out there. Anyway, so as I was shopping, it started snowing. So we've got a little bit of snow coming down. Looks like tomorrow they may be right. So I got proof of it right here. It's great on this concrete too. You can see it on the car. You see it on this parking lot really well. It's very hard to capture snow, guys, okay? It's very difficult to do. Set out. And it looks like that new battery, I guess it's the, what it is absorbed glass mat, AGM. And that thing, I mean, it just, boom, it just kicks in right when you hit the button. All right. I mean, I could have easily maybe called the vlog, maybe talk about married life. I thought about doing that for a while, but it sounded kind of arrogant, and, you know, it's like those people that flash their wedding rings and stuff, you know? So I'm still gonna call it Actor Life. Still gonna call it that. But I mean, Linda and I, you know, I do put down, you know, that we are, you know, I always say married under the blood of the Lamb. That's what I always say. So anyway, let me hit this right here, and we're gonna head back. Lots of snow. It's kind of reminding me of the days of Maine a little bit. Just a little bit, just a touch. Like this would be like just really just almost average. But I notice that sometimes when it starts snowing, I do kind of talk a lot, kind of talk my way through it. I go through here. Escape from Maine is a lot about what's known as cryophobia. That's like the fear of the cold. But it really is kind of also snow and just dealing with the snow and being from the South, and you know how we are people. My grandma, who was Margaret Mitchell's daughter, Margaret Mitchell was my great-grandma. With Granny Ann, we called her. She would cry every time it would snow. And she lived out in East Texas. And it was always just tears, you know. It would snow and she'd just start crying. She's also a big smoker, too. And smoking took the life of my grandma and my great-grandma, Margaret Mitchell. Which I secretly think was the Margaret Mitchell that wrote Gone with the Wind. It's just a secret thing. I don't know if it's true. If it is true, then I'm in a billion-dollar dynasty. But her name was Margaret Mitchell, but what she probably would have done, being so smart, is Margaret Mitchell probably would have changed her middle name. And she used to call me Red. And that's documented that she called her husband Red, but she called me Red Eyes because of a joke that happened whenever she bought this little shrunken head in Hawaii. And it had red eyes in it. And she gave it to me, and then one time I saw a dog, and I thought it had red eyes, so since then she always called me Red Eyes. Remember that? Yeah, it's a really good shot of snow right there. Looks like their lights go down on this too. Well, that one's changing right there. Let's give it one more time. Why does that? And we can just U-turn over this way. Pretty crazy. Yeah, another one. Yeah, there it goes. Finally, another car went ahead, and I was thinking, what in the world? But I don't know. Just my imagination. I think we went through. Linda and I went through a rainstorm that was pretty crazy that we got vlogged. And we went through a pretty serious snowstorm. Of course, she was staying with her one of her roommates in Dallas, and I had to go and get her one time and drove through some of it. And that's the one where I talked about the Paul Newman movie, Nobody's Fool, because that one's set in the snow. I was a big fan of Paul Newman, but I talked about that one and threw it in there. So I did a film review as I went to go pick her up in the snow. Well, it was a slight film review of Nobody's Fool, which is actually a really good movie. If you ever want to like snuggle up with your loved one and watch a really important movie, check out Paul Newman's Nobody's Fool. And you can even get some Newman's own stuff, like his popcorn and his pizza. Paul Newman's pizza is like some of the best pizza around. He really nailed it. Actually, also, just a side note, I went to the same school that Paul Newman went to when I studied mime. It was in Ohio, Gambia, Ohio. True story. So the college that Paul Newman went to was in Gambia, Ohio, called Kenyon College. And that's where I studied mime with Greg and Nick Johnson. It was actually Greg Goldston and Nick Johnson. Johnson, Nick Johnson is in Chicago. He's a Chicago mime. Still teaches it today. And Greg does too, but Greg teaches it in New York. But it was a lot of fun to go there. We went in the summertime. Beautiful weather, Ohio. Some of the most beautiful weather that you can have in summertime. But I did the Nobody's Fool one, I think it was probably maybe 3 years ago or something. And I was coming out of Carrollton, out of the mansions at Sunset Ridge, which is where I lived. And man, that was a hard winter. That was the big freeze they talked about. And that was, I think, maybe, I want to say 2020. I have to ask Linda if it was 2020 or 2021. But I want to say it was 2020. It's when a year that we met. So we met in April, I think, of that year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. No, it was probably 2021. Right after January of 2021. Yep, it was February of 2021. That was when the big snowstorm happened. Yeah, this is going to make probably national news, so what you're watching. And it's January 14th, 2024, about 11:15 in the PM, as in the post-meridian. And some will say post-meridium, and some will say post-meridian, depending on if they get it right or wrong. Which one do you think it is? Leave a comment. Crossing Lake Worth right now, right into the snow. The snow's coming down, and the lake most likely probably won't completely freeze like it does in Maine and stuff. That's when it has to get to what's called sub-zero cold weather. So it'll still remain watery and everything, but it'll be very icy cold. So all right, headed back. I was always right about the morning. And that was Wilco's Black Star, at least the opening lyric. It's very kind of movie music. I'd love to use that song in Escape from Maine if I ever get to make the movie. And if I do, you'll know about it, whether I vlog it or not. It's kind of a movie a little bit about the North and the South. Because I'm from the South, I'm from Texas, and I moved up to Maine. I wrote a little bit about the Civil War, just a little bit, like just a touch, like he was thinking about it, the character, Jonah Samuel Camden III. I wrote some of the screenplay. You know, I really did that, by the way. I really did write the pilot season of Escape from Maine. Yeah. And you know what? For it to be done, all I would need is a producer to say the words Y-E-S, as in yes. And that's it. That's it. I already wrote it. I already wrote the book. I can continue writing it. I proved that to you and to everyone else. Just the word Y-E-S, and then we're off. And you know, if it's God's will, then it'll be done. All right, more snow. Escape from Maine, you know, Escape from Maine will always probably be one of my favorite stories out of all the books and stuff that I've written. I think Escape from Maine will be my favorite. Because I planned it, you know. I sat down, I said, look, I'm going to write this book. I'm going to give myself 15 months. It took 17 months. But 17 months to finish this book and head back to Texas. It took me 17 months. It's a pretty long time. A pretty long time. And I made it back. And here the snow follows me. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to bring in that Maine weather. and snow by morning. All right, we're headed back to Kitty and Linda. There's Kitty. Can you move back a little bit there? Got you some cat food. It's chilling on the porch. All right. I know. The dirty shoes. Ooh, somebody did well. All right. Do this one right here. New Balance. This one right here. Yeah. And then we pick it up Mr. Rogers style. Hello. You gonna run along there?
What's your shoes on?
Oh, hi.
Dirty shoes.
Okay. I know, I have one in my hand.
Watch out for cat.
Yeah, he's running. He does that. He runs right before the feet. There we go. Okay. Run along now, Kitty. Run along. I got him some cat food. It was the cheapest stuff, though. It's 80 cents there at Albertsons. You're not going to like the bill, but just, you know, I'll let you look at it. And everything's on the porch, so we're going to bring it in. Okay, Kitty, hang back. All right. So I splurged a little bit. I got us some muffins, and we got pizza from the restaurant. And then I got extra pizza here just in case. And your stuff is in there.
Okay, thank you.
And then, I know, Kitty. I know. I know. I know. We got some broccoli. Here, shoot back that way. And then, here we go. Okay.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. And, Kitty, you're going with the Friskies. You're going to have to suck it up. But I did get you Fancy Feast, too. Sorry. It's bite-sized, so you should like it. And we might do a cat commercial. All right, this is an intermission for you to go feed your cat. We'll do a cat commercial in just a minute. And just enjoy a little break here. And then we'll get the cat fed and say goodnight, okay? Love y'all. Y'all have a good snow day tomorrow. All right, Kitty, we know you're hungry. It's time for the cat commercial. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I am wearing an appropriate t-shirt right here. It's, what's it say, sweetie? Just read it right there. What's it say?
Late night with Conan O'Brien.
Late night with Conan O'Brien, but I'm Cole Spivey. The poor man's Conan O'Brien. All right. Come on, Kitty. Come on, Kitty. Here we go. Hey, do a little mime. Hi, Conan. How you doing? Look at this right here. Moving this. Greg would not want me talking through that. Let's go this way. Come on, come on. Come on, Kitty. Come on. That's right. Why don't we have Greg Goldston on the Conan O'Brien? Oh, that's right, because Conan O'Brien no longer has his show. He's only doing a podcast. And Kitty magically jumps up. You know he can. All right. Let's bring Conan back on the air. All right, we're going to do Fancy Feast, roasted turkey entree. I memorized it. Roasted turkey entree. This is the commercial. There you are. There's the commercial. Kitty, get in the shot, Linda. Can I get in the shot where we're smiling? There we go.
Okay, move your phone up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, she's a genius. I don't like her right here. The reason why I have it here is so we can see the food. Okay. Here we go. Right over this way, looking here. Right here.
I know.
Right here?
Kitty wants his food.
No, it's for the thumbnail.
Yes, I know. Right.
Big smile. Kitty, look. Big smile, Fancy Feast. There we go.
No.
Okay. Here we go. One shot right here.
All right, let him get in the picture. Okay?
There we go.
Let him get in the picture.
There we go. Fancy Feast.
Hold on. Let him get in there.
Okay, right here. All right. Here we go. Let's see if Kitty likes it. It's Edmund Tuxedo Scratchy Cassavetes. Scratchy Cassavetes. Because the editing's scratchy. Here we go. Come on. Let's go. Let's see if he likes it.
All right, no.
We're rolling it. What number is it? He likes the whole thing. Pick a number. No, I'm just joking. 1 through 10. 10 balls. No, I'm just joking. All right,
You
come on,
said
kid.
that right at 2:10.
All right, he likes it.
All right, yay!
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Oh, and I highly recommend American Splendor, 2003 full movie. Guy named Paul Giamatti plays Harvey Picar. He hung out with Crumb. One of my mime teachers also hung out with Crumb, but it was in the South. A guy named Johnny Simons. Actually went over to his house in California and got some of his comics for a play that he would write later on. I would end up playing Funt, the character Funt. You know, the one that meets Mr. Natural, and he says, foot, 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 foot. You got to know the comic strip. It was American Splendor, though. This was the R. Crumb comics. But he worked with R. Crumb, but it's Harvey Picar's life. He did American Splendor. It's a different one. R. Crumb did R. Crumb Comics. We did R. Crumb Comics Part 3. He did it 3 times out in Fort Worth, up right by Lake Worth. A place called Hip Pocket Theater, which is also Oak Acres. But I recommend this, American Splendor. It's a pretty good one. So the opening actually uses the voice of Harvey Picar, the writer, who is played by Paul Giamatti. Great performance. I just saw an interview with him the other day. It's a great performance, by the way, if Paul's watching. Which he might be. He could be. Anyway, you could hear his voice for a second. Oops, that's the T.